All right, welcome. So today we're going to be working on some moderation tools for PieFed. In particular, I'm going to be focusing on how to ban people from a community and unban them. This is some pretty fundamental moderation actions, which we don't have yet. So here I am logged into a testing community. I'm logged in as Remu3, who is a moderator. So consequently, I get a moderate button here. And there's also some post options here. So when deciding to block someone, it's usually going to be as a result of something they've posted in your community. So quite often you'll be looking at the post and then just based on that deciding to block them. So ban them, I'm going to use the word ban for something a moderator does and block for something that a user does, because the user, when they block someone, that just affects them, whereas when a moderator bans someone, it affects everyone who views the community. So they're different things. So anyway, as I was saying, it's usually as a result of a post. So I'm going to put some banning people stuff in here, I think. Probably right next to this one. And then under moderate, there'll be the ability to do a whole bunch of stuff, including viewing a list of all the banned people and unbanning any of them that they want to unban, I expect. But we might get to that later in the video. So initially, I'm just going to change this post options thing to have a bit more options in it. We've got post options as a root. If you look at this, post some number options. So in post roots, we've got post some number options. This is the root here, right? And it's using this template as its view. So that's why I've opened up post options, which is this guy, templates post options. And we're passing through the post to it. These two here, moderating communities and joining communities, that's on pretty much every root. And those are used to populate these lists here. So you can ignore those. They're everywhere. The main stuff here is we're just passing through a post, the current post that we're doing options for. And then that's why there's this post, sorry, not that one, post variable available in the template. This is quite a simple template. It's just got an unordered list full of options with a bit of access control around who sees what. The thing we're adding is a moderator only thing, so we're going to need to use this as our condition, but we don't want it to show it. We don't want people to ban themselves, so we'll do it inside here. Alright. So some special little moderator only banning stuff. And it's pretty similar to this one, so I'm just going to copy that as my starting point. We'll use the same icon. These icons are a font, come from a font. I'll show you that as a quick diversion. See the span, that's that icon there. And they've got a before on it, which is where the particular glyph is chosen from that feather font. Anyway, let's get back to the main event. I'm going to reuse the same icon. It might be good to actually put it in a different color, just because ban and block are different things. Ban, post author, from, and then the community name. And we've got to pass through the community name. That's display name is of people. Communities have a title. Now the reason we have this weird looking thing here is because this underscore function is like a string translation function. This string can then be translated into any language that the viewer prefers if we have actually provided those translations to PieFed, which we haven't. So if we do it like this, rather than just putting the text straight into the template, then we get translation stuff later, one day, once someone actually provides some translations. Alright, so there's our link. Currently it just goes to there, same as this one, but we're going to want to ban this person from the community. So I wonder if that banning route should be on the community or on the post. I'm going to do it on the post. Just because the blocking is. Alright. Let's define a function in the post module. And I'm going to do it next to the blocking one. Post block. Yeah, you'll do. What are we calling this? Ban. Like that. So this URL4 thing, that generates a URL to a root. And the URL will be whatever you've got in here. As long as you've got the function name correct and the module name, post dot, then it'll work. They can't be the same, obviously, otherwise it'll clash. I'm just going to call it the same as this. I'm really uncomfortable about putting this in the post. Anyway, I can move it later. Alright, so the way people are banned from a community is by adding a record to this community ban table. Yep. Okay, there's a reason there. Yeah, we need that, don't we? Maybe the reason could be saved in the mod log. But the mod log doesn't exist yet, and also the mod log will get cluttered and lost over time. So we do need to remember for the long term why they were banned. There's no, oh yes, the ban until, that's when they'll be unbanned. Okay, so we really need to ask for a reason why. Which complicates this a little bit more. So we need to present a form to the user and then act on the result of that form. So the logic for forms is you define the form. This is on the same page. I'm going to have to split this. So here's our post edit one. I'm just going to copy this into my new one. So here's my new one here. The way we do forms is by first creating the instance of it. If they're already banned, we kind of don't need to do any of this stuff. Okay, so we're only going to do the actual ban if they're not banned already. Otherwise, if they are banned, we can just tell them that they're already banned. And send them on their way. I'll do the redirect stuff later. Oh well, this is it here, isn't it? Okay. So in here we do the actual displaying of the form and handling the form and all that crap, I guess. So I'm just going to copy this. And then this is basically checking if the form is invalidated, valid, and if we're doing a post currently, this will always return false if we're doing a GET request, which is what's used to load the form initially. So in the GET request, this stuff will execute down here. And in the GET, all we want to do is display the form, really, which is basically just a matter of rendering a template similar to that one. Okay, and we probably pass the post, don't need that. Okay. We're going to need to define this. And all it does is ask for a reason, so we don't need a very big form. Probably similar to this one here. Damn, I didn't. Now the paste won't work. Post ban user community. Okay. Okay, so we've got a username here, which will be user.displayname. Okay, and then just render the form. So that's that. All right. Oh, we actually need the right form. This is just a placeholder one. Don't need that anymore. So let's get a decent form. It's going to be pretty similar to this. And this is called the something similar to the root that uses it. Band user community form. Ugh. Reason. As well have autofocus on it. It's required. Ban. Actually, is it required? I think so. Now this reason could be a preset list, but I'm just going to use this text field for that because it's quicker and easier. The browser will autofill it anyway. Alright. So, oh, it's red. Pity about the text wrap. I might put a line break in before the community name because often that's going to be quite long. I wonder if it'll let me do this or if it'll escape it. Oh, that works. Cool. So now when I click it, I should get that form. Only it doesn't because I've coded it badly. This isn't correct. This is some old code that I copied from somewhere else. So community ban has user ID, a community ID. That's the thing we want to check. This is the current user, and that's the person who was banned. So we're going to check if there's a record with this already. Actually, I bet there's already something on the community model which will check if someone's banned for us. I'll just have a quick look. Maybe not. What about on the user model? Could also be one in utils. Does this ever return banned? No. Well, maybe there should be one in here if there isn't already. Well, let's not get too distracted and just do the bare minimum for now. Community ID, user ID. Community. See, the problem with this route is that it will only work for posts. If we want to ban someone based on their comment, we'll have to create a whole new route. So damn, that sucks. If it was on the community though, then it would be for both posts and comments in that community. Yeah. That's unfortunate. I've kind of led you all down a rabbit hole a bit here. So I'm going to change this to be in a completely different module. Let's cut that, put it into community routes instead. Where would be a nice place to put it? Maybe here. This is kind of a similar thing. Okay. Well and good. Now, what other crap do I have to clean up? Oh, the template will be in the wrong place, but any stuff in the header that we need? Oh yeah, that form needs to be moved over. And we don't need that model anymore. Okay. What's this line? Post options. Oh, that's fine. Alright. Where's that? Where's that? Oh, it's already in there. Cripes. Okay. Alright, so we've got that, and then the template 2. This one here is moving. Alright, and we might as well name that to be similar to its root. Something like that. Alright. Who are we banning? Alright, so now we've got a more generic version of it, which will be more flexible and usable from more places. We do need to update the thing that actually calls this route, the thing that links to it. Post options. because that needs a user ID now. And because we're in the post options, we can just use the post author. Community ID, don't we? Not post ID. Alright, let's see if that loads. No, I did not. Okay. Community ID, user ID. Yep. Seems fine. Oh, no, it's not. Over here, I've actually, this is all fucked up. Alright. Nice. And that links to, look down here in the status. Right, so community 7, user ID 1, ban. Oh well, let's see how that crashes this time. I got all the way through the function right to the end where it renders. That's a good sign, I suppose. There's no ban yet. It's not been posted. Yeah, so we just in the community. Alright, so what's in here actually? We need the username and the community as the user and then community as objects in the form to make this go. So I'm going to add a user, pass the user through as well. Right. Didn't even find the template. Ah, I fucked up the path. It's saying, what the hell is community name? Typo. Yeah, this is the thing about Ginger, the templating language here, is it has absolutely no typing. So there's really no way to check if stuff makes sense until without running it. Like, you can put in a completely bullshit variable it's going to try and print out the contents of that variable. Because that variable hasn't been defined, it just won't do anything. So typos are kind of deadly in Ginger. Alright, so we've got our form finally. Not so sure about this alignment here. This looks really naff. But I'm sure it's a problem on not just this form, but every other form like it. And anyway, so we can't submit the form without filling in the thing because it's a required field. So all we have to do to set up the ban is insert into that row, whatever, table model thing. And the community ID is easy, we know what that is. And the user we're banning is also known. banned by, and the person banning it is the current user. Current user pops up all over the place. That's just whoever, a user model object thing of the current whoever's logged in. And we need our reason. That comes from the form. What else do we need? And oh, that's right, there's a ban until, which is the date time. So we need another element on our form where they can specify how long to ban the person for. So that's going to be a date field. This underscore L thing is the same as underscore. It does the translation. But for reasons I won't go into, you've got to use underscore L in all the form definitions. Yeah, stupid, I know, but that's how it is. And we kind of want to make it so they can't set a date in the past, because that would be crazy. So I wonder if we can do like a minimum on this. Yes. Now, I don't know how minimums are set on date fields, so I'm just going to take a stab at it and set that to now and see what happens. Oh, is that what I want? Anyway, doesn't like that very much. All right. I'm using this wrong. Yeah, that's confusing. See, oh, maybe that's how you do it with a length. Oh, well, whatever. Pretty sure I set this in another project. Anyway, forget about it. Let's see what this gives us. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. It's a little bit ambiguous when this is. Like, if I set that to that, is that the time zone of the current user, or the time zone of the server, or the time zone of the person who's banned? Fuck. I'm just going to set it to some UTC value and let God sort it out. Right, so that field is optional. It's not necessarily specified, but if it is, then we want to add it to our thing. Like that. We also only want to use that if it's a sensible value. So we're just going to ignore ban until if they chose a value in the past. Okay. Oh yeah, we actually need to commit this to the database. Boom. Okay, and now, oh, that's no longer needed. Yeah, we are going to need to federate some stuff though. You also want to like notify banned person that they've been banned. Depending on whether they're local or not, will involve a different method of notifying. So let's ban them for spam. Ooh, that sucks. So UTC now is date time, I guess, and that is just a date. So I'm going to convert UTC now into a date. Pretty sure that's it. Is that a function or? Yeah, that's a function. So, okay. All right, Remu has been banned. Now, even though I'm banned, all my stuff is still there, my posts. So we kind of want a checkbox on that banning form to see if, to indicate that all my posts should be deleted as well, right? Checkbox. I need a Boolean field, one of these. Also delete all the posts. I guess they're comments as well. Guess so. Okay. Now, depending on how many posts there are, this could take some time, and we might want to do it in a background task, especially if there's federating stuff, federating the deletes as well. Yep, checkboxes. Okay. Pretty sure I've got some like mass deletion stuff happening over in the admin area that I can copy. When the admin deletes a user, no, where is it? Delete a community. Yeah, a lot of stuff gets deleted then. Here we go. Yeah, that's what we want. Let's see what's happening in here. So this is a background task. If it's running on the dev computer, then it just calls the function directly. If it's not, if it's running in production, then it adds this delay thing on the end, which basically uses Celery to turn it into a background task. So what does this do? It deletes their account and sends it out. Looks like, what's in here? No, it doesn't delete their posts at all. Unexpected. Is there a delete function on users which cleans up their stuff better? Delete dependencies, just takes care of their profile picture and stuff. Bugger. Oh well. So if that checkbox is ticked, we want to get all the posts and delete them. Where they are created by the person in question and where they are in the community that we're moderating. I always prefer to use the actual model because then we're 100% sure that it actually exists. Right, so get our thing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all the only criteria we need. Let me just cast my eye over the posts model just to be sure. User community. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. All of those. Now, when we delete a post, what are the actual things that happen? Delete post here. We delete its dependencies, flush the cache, and then delete it. Okay. And then we federate that deletion out. I'm going to copy all this code. I could just call this function, couldn't I? Check if they're allowed to actually delete it, and then it will delete it. Return some stuff. I mean, this is used as a root, but you can just call the root as a function and ignore the result. I'll probably regret it if I do that. So I'm just going to copy the code. And then probably delete post from community. Like that. And this is going to be a utility function. Let's do it near save post because it's kind of the opposite. Okay. We're going to need a post object. possibly a community object as well. Don't really want to have to hit the database to get that because we've just done that anyway. So I'm actually just going to pass through now I want this to be a background task. You can't pass database objects through to Celery, so there has to be a basic piece of data like an integer or a string. So I'm just going to pass the ID. And it's a bit slow to have to load up the post, but it's happening in the background in parallel, so who cares? And community is just post.community. I don't think we need to change last active though. Don't care if it doesn't work. Okay. So that I'm doing this thing here. All right. So it's that same pattern where we just put the decorator on and whoops. Cool. I don't think we're using that anymore. Anyway, delete post from community. And I guess we just want the same thing for comments. Okay. Now, what does deleting that look like? pretty similar. So once again, with the copy and the paste, you can get the post from the post reply, I'm pretty sure. We don't want to return 404 because we're not in the user interface at this point. This is a background task. Okay. If we don't want to do that, don't want to do that. Cool. Now, oops, I forgot the salary. All right, I'm just going to pause the video for a sec. Okay, carrying on again. So we've got our delete thingy here. That needs to be hooked in, imported. Okay. Now that federation is something that I can work on later. I'm just going to show you how we do notifications. Now the way we do it is just by inserting into the notification model here and updating the number of unread notifications field on the user, which is here. Increment that by 1. So it's pretty simple. For example, here's this one. I'll just copy that. Now we only want to use this notification system thingy if they're a local person. If they're not a local person, they won't receive any notification that we put into their PieFed notification thingy, so we have to send them a message. Which we will do in a separate place here, over here. Okay. From the community name. And I guess we don't really want to send them anywhere in particular. We don't want to tell them who banned them. So we're just going to send it from the administrator of the account, which is always, of their site, which is always user 1. And that has to go to the user. So for URL, I don't know what happens if you leave URL empty. I'm just going to set it to the home page for now, and we'll deal with that later. And then commit the changes. Now, somewhere else recently I made a chat message thingy. It was something which moderator did. I think it was in here. Chat messages, the model used for sending stuff to people in other instances. Anyway, I'll save that for another day. So this person's already been banned. It should ignore me, I think. Which is a bit unfortunate because I might want to actually do that, even though I've already banned them. So this needs to be kind of thought about. This whole thing moves up. And that grows away, probably. Now we only insert a new thing in the table if it's not existing. But the rest of it carries on. So we can, even if they're already banned, we can still delete their posts. Let's try that out. I'm not sure if I'm deleting all my own posts or anyway. I'm going to step through the code on this one because I want to actually see what happens. Okay. It should already have that person banned. Yeah, it crashed. It's already... So this isn't working. Yeah, I stuffed that up. This should be community ID. Phew, this is why you should always step through your code. Alright, so existing is something good. Skipped over all that stuff that broke last time. Now we delete the posts, maybe. We've got a whole bunch of posts there. Whew. Let's see how this goes. Oh, it doesn't like that at all. Maybe it did. Yeah, it worked. It might be good to pop out a little message. If the deletion happened. guess that only makes sense if there actually are any posts. Cool. Okay, I might leave it there. This video has probably gone on long enough. I hope you found this interesting and informative, and that it helps you in some way begin to contribute to PieFed. Thanks for watching.